Okay, this is Brother Kabir, a wicked servant of the Lord, and we're going to find out why this brother is such a wicked servant. First off, he is spreading his own dirty laundry over the internet, and somebody need to wake his ass up first and check his ass from the neck his ass up. Just check him from the neckum. Somebody need to check him, and so ain't nobody there to check him, so I'm gonna check him, so, and then if in checking him, maybe I'll check you, y'all need checking.
Like I said, I had no plans of being a part of Straightway Truths. I was just going there to see how they observe the Shabbat because of what I learned from Pastor Dow's videos on the Sabbath. You don't hear that in a Christian church. So anyway, and I hope this video will also show you that this is what Christianity doctrine do. This is the type of woman that Christianity produce in Christianity. They produce a rebellious woman. A man truly cannot follow Jesus Christ when he has to deal with a contentious woman.
Jesus said it. If you don't understand authority,
he didn't say it started. He didn't say it starts in the wait. So you're saying that you're saying
Jesus said.
So who doesn't say we? Doesn't say he doesn't say we don't. We fight flesh and blood first.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
But you're taking it out of context. You're saying everything starts in the physical. No, it doesn't. It starts in the natural. He was only giving comparison.
Understand the spiritual.
Okay, but he's saying understanding, but he did not say that it's first
so you can't
natural.
For the kingdom of heaven is like this.
You know why he's doing that? To give us analogies that we can understand. It has nothing about you just said it starts in the natural first. It doesn't start in the natural first.
Understanding.
Yeah, he's giving an analogy that we can relate to. That's what he's talking about.
Cutting me off and let me finish my thought.
Why? You can cut me off, but I can't cut you off.
The fact that you don't understand.
And now you're being obedient?
Yes.
And then calling me names, dishonoring me. That's obedient.
I'm calling you those names because you're doing those things.
Okay. So again,
I'm not calling you those names because you're doing good. It's not like you're doing good and then I say you're bad or whatever. You're doing bad things. You're being insubordinate. You're not subject to me according to scripture. So what am I supposed to say? I can't tell you that you're doing good. You want me to tell you you're doing good when you're doing bad.
You tell me you know about. You tell me you know about. You tell me you know. You tell me.
Not going to get a
please tell me
because they participate.
Please tell me. You said that how you know how to fight the devil. Please tell me how do you do that? How do you do that?
Right now,
Kabir, you just told me.
So right here, it's clear that you can tell that I don't know exactly the answer. So my wife is tripping me up. But even if she is right that I didn't know what I was talking about, she is still wrong in how she is acting towards me as her husband.
We're gonna get into these scriptures. So I said, Kabir, you are the turd with grass is greener on Pastor Dow's side of the field syndrome. Meaning that here's a fool that just started a family. You got a wife, you've been living with her long enough to start a family. Supposedly you got into the scriptures and stuff and you changed from Christianity to Hebrew, and Israelite, and then all of a sudden, your wife still is remaining to be Christian because you haven't stood up and been a man yet. I can guarantee you something wrong with your father's situation in the house because you ain't seen a man because you can't even act like one. You sound like a turd, you look like a turd, and your wife is the man. And so in order for you to rule or dominate your household like you want, now you started off like a dick weasel, kissing ass and all that, and you wasn't a man going into the relationship. Now all of a sudden you want to stick your chest out and be a man and assert some authority and then have your wife under all subjection to you. It's absurd because you changed up everything, Kabir. That's what you did, Kabir. You changed it all up. And so I'm gonna straighten your ass out, because obviously you ain't learning shit at Pastor Dow's ranch with his sorry ass. You know, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. And you know, your lips is puckered up so damn wide for his ass. You know, you need to reach in your back pocket and see if you still a man, see if it ain't a bitch on your license.
I mean, it's just amazing, my goodness. So, Pastor, once again, it's just another beautiful feast, a beautiful time to see the fruits. When you say the fruits, you have to come out here to really understand what they're talking. Because I used to be on the other side of the camera.
Sure you did.
Listening, you kept on saying, you'll know them by their fruit. You kept on saying fruit, so it's hard to know what the fruit is if they have not come out here.
That's right.
Or even met you to see your mannerism, how you live life. I just talked to Brother Ryan's wife. I can't think of her name right now, but she said that he came the first time for Passover. She came for this one. I said, "Did you enjoy it?" She said, "I enjoyed it." Like she said, "I was afraid to come the first time." And now that she's here, she enjoyed it. I had another friend that came up here. His wife came and said the same thing. The hospitality is just so. I mean, this is just people that was afraid to come here because of stuff they heard, and then they finally come up and say, "Oh, so beautiful, man! I'm looking forward to coming back again."
Also wanted to show y'all something here. Besides, you see this? There's Jordan filling up the water cooler for his brothers. Say hi, Jordan. I want to show y'all something here that y'all may like here. Oh boy.
Man, I'm looking forward to coming back again. Oh man, I'm looking forward to coming back again. Oh man, I'm looking forward to coming back again.
So, without further ado, let's get into the scriptures. Matthew 18:15. And you better not report me, nigga, or I'll smack you. You know, because these niggas is some reporting ass niggas. Matthew 18:15. We're going to start out with that, and it applies to everybody. You know, if your brother sins against you, brethren, sister, uncle, aunt, anybody, go and confront them privately. You shouldn't be putting your shit out on the internet, Kabir. You shouldn't be doing that. If he listens to you, you have won your brother over. But if he will not listen to you, and why would they listen to you when you don't know what the hell you're talking about? I wouldn't respect that shit either, Kabir. And you said in the video, you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. Why don't you go find out what the fuck you're talking about before you open up your trashy mouth? So take 1 or 2 witnesses along, so that every matter will be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. So if my ass was there as a witness, I'm witnessing it online. But if I was there in your face as a witness, I would tell you a punk ass nigga. That's what I would tell you to your face. And take care of your business with your wife first, man. First learn what the law is before you try to assert authority like an officer when you ain't nothing but a security guard. You know, 1 Timothy 3:5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how the fuck is you over there at Pastor Dow's house trying to, you know, fit in and get in and try to start a new life somewhere? You ain't even fix your own damn house, man. Pastor Dow wouldn't be, you know, he got his wife under subjection and the people around him under subjection, and obviously your weak ass under subjection, you know, and here you can't even run your wife. How shall he take care of the church of God? So how you gonna take care of the congregation, boy, and you ain't even took care of your own household? Ephesians 5:28. In the same way, a husband should love his wife as much as he loves himself. And that's a hard one. It's like, if you were the damn wife, that's what it means, fool. If you were the damn wife, would you want to be calling somebody master, sir? I hear that a straight way. I can't stand that shit, man. And I say it to Pastor Daw's creepy ass fucking Gentile face. I can't stand that shit. You know, I get the cringes when they all be saying sir. Like, who the fuck is you? All praises is due to God, and authority and power belong to God. The hell is they calling you sir for, you dick weasel? You know, a husband who loves his wife shows he loves himself. You know, indeed, no one ever hated his own flesh or his own body, but he nourished and cherishes it. So, you know, nourish and cherish your wife reverence the womb that bore you. Number one, you know. And basically, again, the same consideration that you would want if the shoe was on the other foot and she could assert authority, how would you want her to treat you? Do you want a drill sergeant? No. So, you know, give her respect, like it says. Nourish and cherish her. Matthew, and I ain't saying put up with her bullshit. If she going against the law, but she don't have to call you sir, and she don't have to sit there and do all that crap, you know, like, you know, be like an employee of yours. No, that ain't what you would want, 100%. So first, go look in the mirror, go take some notes down, and say if you had if she was the boss, you know, what would you have her do? You know, and you should just tell her if she was the boss, what would be her rules? Anyway, Matthew 5:24. Since you ain't a man, go ask her. Leave your gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come offer thy gift. So before you run your ass down there the straight way, trying to learn how to be a man because you ain't one, why don't you get it straight with your wife? How Pastor Dow got to where he is some point in time he opened up the scriptures and actually learned something halfway backwards and retarded. You need to do the same damn thing. Ephesians 5:25. Husband, love your wives just as Christ also loved the church. So he took in sinners and wrongdoers, and he went to the lost sheep of Israel. He ain't looking for some straight bitch as straight way. He went to the lost sheep, you know. So you got to have patience and time and consideration, you know, and you guys got to grow together. God didn't make no mistakes. He put y'all together for a reason. You the one who making a mistake. 1 Peter 3:7. Husbands, in the same way, treat your wives with consideration. Consider your damn self. Consider if you was in the same position as she was, you know, and she didn't bore your little big head fucking alien babies, as a delicate vessel, not a delicate you can't drill sergeant around, and with honor as fellow hearers. That's what it says. It's kind of like on equal plateau right here. Honor as fellow hearers, fellow owners. So if both us own something, you know, we both have a share in this of the gracious gift of life, so that your prayers will not be hindered. And lastly, Ashley, you know, Kabir. You sound like some freaking Indian. Kabir. Come here. Matthew 5:31. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife except for sexual immorality makes her the victim of adultery. And anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. So it's just like you fucking up a whole lot of shit. Go learn how to be a man to your wife. Go and make it good with your wife. Sit down with your wife and ask her what she wants. And then look under the book. Take some notes, man. Get a notebook and write it down. What do you want? Here's my expectations, baby. And let me see your expectations. Be a real man, a considerate man. You know, and y'all both write down notes of what y'all want. And then basically y'all pass them notes to each other. And then look at those notes thoroughly. And then make it go by the book. You got to learn the book first, chump. Let's wrap the news.